Janelle Brown's phone buzzed on her nightstand just as the Arizona sun was beginning to peek over the horizon. She reached for it and blinked awake, squinting against the morning light. A name she hadn't seen in weeks appeared on the screen, Kody. Her stomach churned. She contemplated disregarding it, but she was overcome by curiosity and a growing suspicion. She sighed and swiped in response. Kody's voice, raspy and strange, came through the speaker. Janelle. It was the voice of a man who had exhausted all possible justifications. I must speak with you. In person. Slowly, Janelle sat up. She whispered, You always need something. All right, come on over. But move quickly. Before he could utter another thing, she hung up. A beaten SUV arrived outside her small rental 30 minutes later. Janelle stood outside the window and watched. She was certain that the car, which had been leased under their family LLC, was about to be repossessed. Like a dying breath, the engine trembled. Hey, hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel TLC Flicks. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Kody was the first to leave. His beard remained untrimmed, his hair was disheveled, and his eyes were puffy from either crying or restless nights, likely both. He wore pants that appeared 2 sizes too big and a crumpled button-up instead of his typical flashy leather jacket. The passenger seat remained occupied by Robyn. Her face was empty and pallid. She didn't even make an effort to accompany him to the door. He lifted his hand to knock, and Janelle answered the door. 5 minutes, she stated bluntly. Kody was pacing her living room like a man under the influence. His movements were uncoordinated and choppy. When he did stop, he fell to the couch's edge as if his spine had been crushed by the weight of his secrets. We are broke, he stated plainly. Janelle remained silent. We're completely broke. All of the credit cards are at full value. Months overdue on the payment for the Flagstaff home. The warehouse lease expired, despite Robyn's best efforts to continue the jewelry business online. Additionally, the bank is coming for everything. Janelle crossed her arms. And from me, what do you want? I need assistance, he declared. You've always handled money well. Most likely you have anything stored. Perhaps you could just let's catch up. Give us enough to last the entire month. Please. Janelle gazed at him incredulously. You want me to save Robyn and you? Her tone became piercing. After you stopped giving me money? After you helped purchase Coyote Pass with my 401k and then excluded me from any subsequent decisions? Kody writhed. I didn't push you away. She yelled. You gave Robyn everything. And gave me nothing. There was a squeak in the door. Janelle looked back to see Robyn enter without knocking. Her often overdone makeup was smudged, and she appeared sickly. Her brown hair hung limp for a long time. Like a lifeline, she held her phone to her chest. Robyn started. Janelle, we weren't here to argue. We are desperate, which is why we came. Unity is more important than ever. Janelle laughed sharply and dryly. Cohesion? Only when you're drowning do you want unity, she remarked. When I couldn't afford a bed frame for my flat, where was your unity? When did you turn your head aside when Garrison needed assistance? You're clueless about what true sacrifice looks like. Robyn stepped forward. Don't mention Garrison. Why not? Janelle let out a bark. Because it's complicated? Because it brings to mind everything you've been ignoring? Janelle's rage had been suppressed for too long, despite Kody's efforts to defuse the situation by standing between them. You watched as I was thrown away. You profited from seeing Kody descend into insanity and favoritism. You need my assistance now? It's years too late for you. Kody dropped to the couch once more, face down in his hands, as his legs failed him. He whispered, I don't know who I am anymore. I believed I could make everything better, but I'm not able to. The family was lost to me. I went out of control. This month, we are unable to pay for propane. Aurora is borrowing money. Solomon has not been eating. I am unable to even look my children in the eye. Quiet. Janelle then approached the front door gently and opened it. She said, You have to go. Kody raised his head. What? You're not going to stay here. No money is coming to you. You're not welcome at all. But, she gestured toward the driveway. Out. You too. Too proud to cry, Robyn turned and walked down the walkway without saying another word. Kody hovered at the entrance. He said, "You were always the strongest one. Now I see that." Janelle remained still. "And I made it through because I didn't wait for you to notice." In his face, she closed the door. The ensuing silence wasn't tranquil. It was the sort of stillness that shouted long denied but now unassailable facts. Back against the door, Janelle fell to the floor and exhaled the breath she was unaware she was holding. For the first time in weeks, the TLC cameras were back in action. Janelle sat calmly with her hands clasped in her lap during her on-camera confessional. "I thought Kody would look after us," she remarked. "Everyone. I had faith in this sacrifice, the unity, and the dream. In actuality, though, he only shielded the person he liked. And he scurried back as the world fell apart, expecting me to make everything right." Her tone was steady, controlled, and forceful. "I'm no longer his fallback option." Robyn nibbled the skin on her thumb as she gazed out the window. Kody's white knuckles grabbed the steering wheel. "She despises me," Robyn said. Kody didn't respond. There was nowhere for them to go. No cash. No cohesion. There are no more wives to rely on. Just the truth. And there was a cost to the truth. Still feeling uneasy from the altercation with Kody and Robyn, Janelle stood at her kitchen counter and poured a cup of tea. The doorbell rang. There was a cream-colored envelope neatly placed on the welcome mat, but no one else was there when she answered the door. Soft, flowing lettering was scrawled with her name. Her breath caught when she lifted it up and flipped it over, from Christine. Janelle took a seat and carefully unfolded the letter, as though it were a holy document. "Janelle, Kody came to you according to rumors I heard. That he again asked you for assistance. That he arrived with Robyn, still expecting us to come to their aid as usual. I'm not shocked. My heart still aches, though, for what you had to go through. You've always been the one with strength and common sense. Even though he made you feel invisible, you were the glue. Telling you that I see you is important to me. That I saw you all the time. The world is now witnessing it as well. I've moved on. I haven't forgotten, though. Not the agony. Not the way he allowed Robyn to change the guidelines for everyone. Before Robyn became his escape route, we were a family. Don't let remorse drag you back to their fire, Janelle. Peace is something you deserve. You deserve to be free. The right to refuse has been earned by you. I'm available if you need me. Always." Christine Janelle's eyes filled with tears, not because she was depressed, but rather because she had at last felt heard. "I get it." Kody had already visited Janelle in Utah. Before Robyn talked him out of it, he had also attempted to speak with Christine, but he showed up nevertheless. Christine was standing in her light-filled, comfortable kitchen doorway. She refused to let him in. "Kody, Christine, things aren't going well. The family is a mess." Calmly, Christine, "Kody, you ruined it. You made decisions. You now reside with them." Kody with beseeching eyes, "But you live in peace here. You are supported. Perhaps you could provide a hand until the program gets renewed, Christine. The show is no longer your safety net," she says with a sour laugh. "Do you believe that TLC will help you?" Now they see the reality. The audience also does. With a steely voice behind the warmth, she took a step closer. "Brick by brick, I rebuilt my life. Just because yours is failing doesn't mean you can jump into it." She closed the door behind him. Kody was pacing the empty living room of the home where he had once assured Robyn that he would be forever back in Flagstaff. The majority of the furnishings had been silently sold. Stacks of bills on the counter. On the dining table was an open foreclosure notice. Wrapped in a blanket, Robyn sat on the couch with her eyes closed. "Kody, she no longer returns my calls. Not Janelle. Not Christine." After her book manuscript emerged, Mary even interrupted me. "I'm not sure what to do." "I thought this was our destiny," murmurs Robyn. "Kody, yes it was. However, they betrayed me. The family was meant to be held together by you." Robyn got to her feet, her hands shaking. "You made me wear that? Kody, I didn't force you to leave your previous spouses. That's what you did. You left." Silence fell for a thunderclap of a beat. "Then maybe I deserve this," Kody murmurs. In Utah, Janelle and Christine get back together. Janelle packed her car and headed to Utah a week later. The two women gave each other a tight embrace as soon as she emerged onto Christine's driveway. For a few moments, they stood silently, allowing everything to pass. As they entered, the camera captured them seated with tea mugs amid warmth and laughing. "Do you feel lighter?" asked Christine. "Lighter than I have in years," said Janelle. "Then don't look back," said Christine. Two TLC execs and a producer sat in a modern Los Angeles office, going through fan petitions, Kody's breakdown videos, and internet criticism. Executive 1, Kody cannot be saved. The story has changed. The viewers have chosen their heroes. Executive 2, Christine's spin-off is generating impressive results. The test results for Janelle's scenes are astounding. Before it is even released, Mary's memoir goes viral. "So what do we do with Kody and Robyn?" asked the producer. Executive 1, decrease their intensity. Silently, the spouses are now the main attraction. On a coffee table at a media studio in Nashville was a printed galley copy. "Left Behind, My Truth Beyond Sister Wives" by Mary Brown was the title that shimmered under the studio lights. A portion was indicated by a post-it note. "At one point, Kody informed me that Robyn was the obedient wife, that she followed instructions. I never forgot that line. It clarified everything." With wide eyes, a talk show producer turned the page. "She doesn't hold back." Voiceover by Janelle as the video plays in the background. There are clips of Janelle strolling around a sunny park with Christine and their grandchildren. "I waited years for him to come around," says Janelle, voiceover, "so he can see me. However, it might not have been about him seeing me. Perhaps it was because I was finally able to see who I was and there's more." Over the course of her 27-year spiritual marriage to Kody Brown, Sister Wives actress Christine Brown suffered years of emotional mistreatment. She frequently felt marginalized as one of 4 wives, especially after Kody wed Robyn Brown. Kody's time was divided, but Christine yearned for closeness and care. In the season 19 Tell All Special, she disclosed that their closeness became into a duty. Robyn's arrival further damaged the family dynamic and made Christine feel even more ignored. She recognized that Kody was unable to provide for her emotional needs as she struggled to preserve equality in a polygamous system. Christine made the decision to leave Kody in search of a more satisfying life. The Sister Wives season 19 actress is now married to David Woolley and feels loved and cared for. During the Sister Wives season 19 Tell All special, Christine was quite open with host Suki Krishnan. The 6-time mother talked candidly about her sexual relationship with Kody. For Christine, having a caring partner in a close relationship was crucial, and Kody was unable to provide for her demands. At first, she felt their intimacy was adequate, but it gradually decreased. Furthermore, Kody was failing to provide for her emotional requirements. According to Christine, their relationship deteriorated when he wed Robyn. When Christine saw how much Kody loved Robyn, she realized that her own relationship had a serious problem. The Sister Wives season 19 star saw that their relationship was harmed since Kody wasn't fulfilling as a partner. Christine admitted, "We used each other," characterizing their sexual relationship as a meaningless act. In the end, her decision to leave was influenced by their weakening relationship. David Woolley and Christine's romance took off right away. She disclosed that she was using online dating in January 2023, and by Valentine's Day, she declared her solemn devotion to David, a widower with 8 kids. They get engaged in April 2023 after their romance quickly became serious. They were married on October 7, 2023, during a Sister Wives wedding special that aired on TLC. A package of video of David and Christine's PDAs from the season was shown by TLC during the Sister Wives season 19 Tell All special. She always wanted more affection from Kody, and she finally found a man who was determined to give her the marriage of her dreams. Although Christine's children quickly warmed up to David, they weren't all comfortable with the couple's frequent public displays of affection. David told Christine after watching the clips, "Well, you were starved for attention." During Sister Wives season 19, David made his television debut and frequently gave Christine public kisses. Video from season 19 of Tell All showed Christine's kids' responses to the PDAs. Despite the many responses, which included amusement, disgust, and uneasiness, Christine and David persisted. Though they are generally accepting, Christine's kids may find it hard to watch her show affection with her new husband. Isabel Brown, 22, adds, "My mom always wanted more physical affection from Dad. She can now publicly show that love as much as she wants. With the devoted husband she's always desired, Christine has found true happiness, and her kids are fully behind her since they see how happy she is. This is quite touching." During the Sister Wives Season 19 Tell-All special, Suki gave Kody the same PDA package and inquired about his feelings over his ex-wife's overt display of affection towards David. Unexpectedly, Kody expressed his happiness for Christine. "It's really what Christine always wanted," Kody replied. "Perhaps love is supposed to be multiplied," as Kody Brown famously asserted. "I'm pretty impressed by her ability to manifest." However, it also caused the father of the Sister Wives family to split up. Because, as the father of 18 stated in the 19th season of the TLC series, you can't have ridiculous, inconvenient, consuming, can't live without each other love if you want plural marriage to succeed. In the last episode on June 18th, the 56-year-old stated, "Polygamy doesn't work if you're going to actually fall in love." Additionally, Kody admitted that he and Robyn Brown, the divorced mother of 3 whom he started seeing and finally married 20 years after marrying Mary Brown, Janelle Brown, and Christine Brown, fell in love hard. He acknowledged that he immediately sensed a marked difference from his feelings toward his past 3 partners, but he had no intentions of shifting away from it. However, Kody was aware that swapping claddagh rings with his 4th wife was a risk. "I'm sitting there with my journal going, 'God, what's going on?' he said as he thought back on the show. I've fallen in love already. I have 3 wives already." Beginning in late 2021, Robyn was the only wife of the former salesperson when Christine, Janelle, and Mary announced their separation. Following the incident, Robyn lamented the loss of her multiple family goals. Kody retaliated, and all 3 of his ex-partners tried to pinpoint the exact cause of the problem, acknowledging that their problems with their shared spouse dated back decades. Christine accused Mary of being very greedy, and Janelle called her ex inherently selfish, going so far as to call him a narcissist because "I am not qualified to diagnose him, but I guess everybody will have to decide." Mary described all the ways she felt abandoned by the man she fell for at the age of 19. "I get defensive," Kody acknowledged when discussing his handling of the matter, despite his repeated claims that he never loved his previous 3 marriages. "I wouldn't have started out being mean to any of them," he said. "However, they became cruel once they went. I was delivering a counterattack. We counted all of the jabs, hooks, and uppercuts that were delivered throughout the intense boxing match that followed." Shortly after their 1990 vows, Kody Brown stated that he was prepared to separate from his first wife, Mary Brown. However, Mary revealed in the September 15th premiere that he led me to believe that he would work on things by saying, "Oh Mary, when we move to Flagstaff, this will be a good time to have a new beginning for us," referring to their 2018 move. He has been doing this for a very long time. Her primary complaint, she stated, is his lack of communication and how he really felt and what he really wanted or what he really didn't want and the story that he's been telling for all these years. "I'm like, why would I do this?" Kody said that there might have been mixed messages, but only because he was working on the situation. "I would not court and date her now," he clarified. In any case, when Mary finally pulled the plug in early 2023, her pals were ecstatic. They say, "All right, we're backing you and here for you." Blinders off, she now feels that he had been trying to get her to leave for years by claiming he didn't love her, because if he can push me out and I leave, he's not the bad guy because he didn't walk away. "And it's about damn time," she said. In the season premiere, Kody admitted that he was ready to let the dream die years after the family bought the 14-acre plot of land in Flagstaff, Arizona, on which they intended to build. Since he couldn't build without paying the entire $820,000 price tag, which the family reportedly did in 2023, he told his remaining wife Robyn Brown, "I'd almost rather scrap it or sell it and then just start again somewhere else." Regarding Robyn, she replied, "I can't talk about that," adding, "That is so not where I'm at." Janelle Brown, the second wife, previously told E! News that we just kind of started to grow apart, but in the end, she left because of Kody's shortcomings as a dad to several of his children. The mother told Logan Brown, Madison Brown Brush, Hunter Brown, Garrison Brown, Gabriel Brown, and Savannah Brown, The big spark for me was when his relationship broke down with my children, and he didn't seem like he would move heaven and earth to fix it. And I thought, okay, that was what was really holding me here, the mother said. Janelle refused to entertain the possibility of reconciliation, even when Kody brought it up in the November 3rd episode. "I'm going to always choose my kids," she stated, adding, "I don't know how I would ever get back together with him and have him not have a relationship with my kids." That was Kody's justification for not trying harder to patch up the problems he was having with some of his grown children. "I don't fit in the family anymore," he complained in the episode that aired on September 15th. Dayton Brown, Aurora Brown, Brianna Brown, Solomon Brown, and Ariella Brown are the 5 children he and Robyn are raising together. He added, "And then I have some relationship with some of the other kids and it's infrequent. And so I'm like, what do I do with all of this? It doesn't feel like a family. We're probably doing the worst we've ever done in our marriage," Robyn admitted in the season 19 premiere, even though they were being totally monogamous for the first time in their 14-year marriage. "It's been tough between us. He doesn't know who to blame, himself or one of the other wives. Kody's feeling a lot of rejection, and so I think he's kind of looking at me going, are you going to reject me too?" The worst thing, she summarized, was that there's no resource to help with the idea that I'm still married to a man who's going through divorces. As a result, she disclosed, "I'm on my toes. I'm having to consistently make sure that he is not sabotaging our relationship." As Kody shared, "I can't look myself in the mirror and say, hey dude, I love you." Kody was experiencing a crisis of confidence. Seeing her former sister wives enjoy their new era was difficult for Robyn. "They're all moving on," she said on the episode that aired on October 27th. "I feel like the idiot that got left behind." To the list of children Kody isn't currently seeing, add Madison, Janelle's oldest daughter. During the premiere, Janelle clarified, "I am aware that Maddie has not spoken to her father. He's not called, she's not called him, and she doesn't have any relationship with Robyn. She's pretty much written them both off." Kody's shaky relationship with Maddie's children, Axel, Evangeline, and Josephine, is the problem, according to Janelle. She doesn't really want him to have any contact unless he can commit to it. Because of this, Janelle revealed on the September 22nd episode that when the family started to really dissolve, Kody did sort of cut off communication with Maddie and her husband Caleb Brush, whose sister was married to Kody's brother. "Maddie has been mama bear to the extreme," Janelle continued, "since Kody has not been calling or coming to see. She has felt like until he can be consistent and show up and not be dramatic that she feels like it's probably better if they don't know about him." Robyn added that she has been pushing Kody to make amends, but she also stated, "I think the kids should be doing the same thing too." Kody, however, seems unprepared to mend the split for the time being, complaining that each time he spoke to his daughter, "It was a fish for gossip and I got tired of it. Love should be multiplied rather than diminished." Even still, Kody acknowledged that his earlier assertions that he had never loved his ex-wives were exactly that. He insisted that he was reeling from them trashing him, saying, "It's more of like a knee-jerk reaction," during the June 15th one-on-one program. "I was deep in the throes of reactionary vitriol for the past 3 years." He claimed that this is why, during their anniversary celebration, he hinted to Mary that he had never really loved her. In a September 2024 episode, Mary told a friend about the conversation and that she was certain he loved her. In a confessional, Leon Brown's mother asked why he ever proposed if he didn't. When a single young man meets a single young woman, why would he choose to marry her and just affirm and force love for her when he didn't love her? She pondered. How cruel is that? To pick me out of a crowd and just be like, I pick you to try to force myself to love for the next 32 years? In his own confessional, Kody responded, "Oh, Mary has her little accusations now." He would, however, admit that they never relished their honeymoon. "This marriage was on the rocks the entire marriage," he demanded during the episode that occurred on October 20th. "And how would I know that? Because I had such a better relationship with Janelle, with Christine, with Robyn. Leadership will never allow you to marry again if you're discarding wives," he wrote, but he stayed out of fear. Janelle stated that the first step was to pay off the Arizona property, but she wasn't sure if she wanted to construct on Coyote Pass or just sell it. "I think I'm going to have to lawyer up," she admitted to her ex-sister wife Christine Brown in the September 22nd episode, as Kody was not willing to discuss the matter with her. because I think that's the only way I'm ever going to get any kind of decision out of him. In addition, Janelle admitted that, in the absence of a valid marriage to Kody, I really have no legal rights to make any kind of claim on Kody's property. In her own words, "It's not like I'm just calling a lawyer and saying I need to divorce this person. No, it's really complicated because there's no legal marriage." Kody claims that he no longer trusted Janelle, which is why he didn't discuss their Arizona property with her. "We will pay off the property when the time comes," he maintained during a confessional in the September 22nd episode, adding, "And I'm not giving you any details about what I'm doing or whatever, because I'm tired of disclosing information that goes through the gossip mill of our broken family." In her own interview, Janelle described it as a bit of a pot calling the kettle black. Her words, "He leaks like a sieve. He told me stuff about his other relationships and his other wives that I was like, I don't think you're supposed to be telling me that." The family used to put all of their money into one pot back when their love was still growing rather than shrinking. Janelle said on the September 22nd episode, "We would use all the resources to help one person, then we would all rally to support the other person. That's how it always worked until the last 10 years or so. And all of a sudden it's been about my estate, and everyone needs their own estate." They all helped to purchase Robyn's $1.65 million 5-bedroom house in Arizona when she needed a place to live. It was put up for sale this past August. According to Robyn, the goal was for it to benefit the family. However, Janelle was rejected when she proposed that they all sign the mortgage. Kody was like, No, we need to protect Robyn's estate," Janelle recalled. Let us know in your comments. And stay tuned by subscribing our channel to get more updates like this. Thanks everyone.